Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So you guys have seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you know what's in the box. Red Bull, RB7, RC Nitro. Finally got my hands on one. Let's get the box, let's have some fun. Stay tuned. So I've wanted one of these for many years, probably 2012, 2013 I think it might have been. And I was a student back then. There's no way I could afford it. Fast forward 2021, I found a guy who wanted to sell this for £400. He was open to offers but only for collection, and obviously due to lockdown I couldn't go down and collect it, so I paid the asking price and shipping, so £435 all in. The reason why I paid so much is apparently this is pretty much brand new. I don't think it's even fully built. The engine's ran and that is it. He said he's never had it on the road. There's no marks in the tyres or the chassis, the case, everything should be brand new. So I'm happy with the deal, and hopefully, because I've not seen this yet, this is literally the first time I've seen this, it's okay. So what do I see first? There it is, P0 Pirelli tyre. It's a bit smaller, so let's get all this out. We've got bits down here. We've got a nitro fuel bottle, some parts, so obviously this is the shell that you use when using this out and about. This isn't the display shell, brand new. So let's see what else have we got. Got a spare glow plug. Now that's the spare rims. It's obviously the rear. Some paints. More paint. The front wing and the decals. So these extra, or are these not installed? More decals and instructions. So the shock oil is not being used. There is a spring, so this must be an extra part maybe. Seems strange to have one spare shock. Oh, there we go. Spare pull start, some grease, a few extra parts. I am not familiar with this build. I know of it, but I've never watched anyone actually build it, so regarding all the parts, I'm not too sure what is what. Now that's obviously off the main body. More paint, spare full start, it's always nice. Well, I keep saying spare, I don't even know what's on the actual car. There's the old-fashioned wing. This will obviously be, yep. charger, some shock oil, raw start. So we have some more decals, and I'm sure that is the wing. Yep, so we have a spare side. So that's the same thing twice. And finally we have more decals and some parts, not too sure what they are. And finally, we're at the most important part. So let's get this out of the box and on the bench. This is where I get inside of here and it's just bubble wrap being done. Alright, so he's not put the decals on. That could be glued, but can we get a replacement one of them somewhere? Probably. So that's a front wing. I'm sure I've already seen one of these. Oh, I've got two front wings. This is obviously the display one. As that looks. Is that better quality or is that just the same? There's a lot of detail. So this must be the one you rate. Oh yes, it's got the air filter. Did the other one have an air filter? Don't think it did. God, there's absolutely loads of parts. Multiple parts, which is good when you have an RC car, because you do break quite a few. A broken piece down there which isn't very promising, but this is the car. Let's get out. Yeah, so he's painted this and the paint's starting to peel off, unfortunately. We can fix that. That is not good. So we've got some damage. Yes, we have a spare part, RB7 098, so that should just go on, yeah, like so. So we can repair that, but we need, well, can that be picked up separately? I could glue it. If I glue it and pull it back, you'll barely see it, but it is a bit frustrating. So I'm just inspecting the bottom of the car. There's definitely no scratches. This car is definitely not being driven on the roads, so he was honest about that. But I think there's something going on with the suspension. Looks like this has came off. Doesn't look to be broken, just disconnected. So we bend that back up. I can probably fix this, you know, bit of heat and get it back in shape. Put a bit of epoxy across that. That should be okay, because let's face it, if you hit something, this is the first thing that's going to fail. So that up. The car suspension seems to be okay. So that was loose. So that obviously goes somewhere. I just don't know where it goes. And this has broken off. And I'm not too sure what that is either. So that's definitely broken. That just may never actually been attached, because there's some screw holes and they're not broken, so that might be okay, but this definitely goes somewhere. everything else seems to be okay. So I did notice the screws are being over tightened on the switch, so it's cracked the plastic, and there's these weird stickers on the inside of the tyres which I don't like. I don't know why they're on for. That's obviously different to that one as well, which is even more annoying. So got quite a bit. Not entirely sure where to start. Obviously this will need to be, can you strip this? Can I put some paint thinners on and get that off? I'm not too sure. We have a spare one, so it's not a big deal, but it would be nice to use it because there's nothing wrong with it. I think I'll tie all this up, get the car out front, put the rest of the stuff across the back and see what we have. So it's a bit easier to kind of see everything right now. I've spent about half an hour on this and there's a lot to take in. I'm guessing the guide stopped towards the end because I was a bit concerned. Obviously there's stuff missing here, there's stuff missing here, and there's no stickers on obviously, and then I realised that the main pack of stickers is issue 100. I think, if I recall correctly, I think there was 100. I don't think there's 100 issues, I think there's 100 stages, and I think you might have got 10 stages every issue or something like that. So there was like a year's worth of subscriptions and you got so many per month, something like that. Maybe it was one per week, but anyway, this is the last one, I think, issue 100. So he's obviously got the 100 and not put that one on. So then I started thinking, right, there must be a high number around here, hopefully, with these parts. And sure enough, number 93 is the steering wheel and the wing mirrors, because they are definitely missing. The stickers what go inside here, I'm guessing there's a seat. Obviously the bulls and the cans have probably all got on the side, so I think it's complete. I did find this pack here, not too sure on the number, but that looks like the parts that go here. We've got this stuff here, which I don't know what that is. Got this contraption here, and then these miscellaneous parts, which no idea where they go. Got this thing, whatever that is. This is some sort of weird brace or suspension part, I'm not too sure what that is. But then we've got some other stuff. We have a spare pull start, which actually has the proper handle on, and we have a spare handle in here, but for some reason he has put a kind of loop sort of pull start mechanism on it. One thing I did notice is the body itself doesn't say flush, so I'm guessing you have to remove the top end of the engine. I just assumed that would fit in the back, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. I thought I might put it on wrong, but there's literally no room for that to fit. So basically what I'm saying is I'm not entirely sure where everything goes. I'm not entirely sure what else is in the kit or what I need to use or what he hasn't actually put on the car. It's a bit messy. For some reason he's got this wing and he has this wing. Obviously this is a display wing. You can clearly tell that is the display one. So is this one, but that's obviously the RC crash one. I would have thought you had two crash ones rather than two display ones. I find that a bit strange. I have no idea what this is. Is it the stand? We have a bunch of these rear wings. So we've got this one, which I think it's probably a crash one. I think it's hard to tell. That's obviously a crash one. It's like cheap blue plastic. This is definitely a show model one, and that is similar quality. So yeah, he's got two show quality rear wings, two show quality front wings. Am I getting this wrong? Is this cheap blue plastic one, is that the show quality one and these are the crash ones? I can't imagine so. These look much better quality. In fact, we have another brand new, what I believe to be show quality wing. So we have three for the rear. That being said, the show quality, well, I believe to be show quality, have a nice finish to them. It's kind of like a matte blue. This body here has a kind of gloss effect to it, a bit like this cheaper quality rear wing. So maybe these are the show pieces that's on the car right now. So I expected these wheels, which have the actual lettering printed on the tyre, quite a nice finish, and then I thought there might have been some cheaper kind of track ones basically, but we only have what's on the car and randomly one extra wheel. Oh yes, we actually have another front wing, which once again looks to be show quality standard, so I'm not too sure guys what's going on here. So looking through everything, we have 93, 98, 99, 100. So yeah, it looks like the last maybe 10 or so issues you kind of just finished with and just didn't put them on the car and just kind of left it like this. Maybe you liked this look better than the actual finished look, I'm not too sure. I wonder, is there a way we can make these look a lot better than they do right now? A bit of tyre shine and good as new. Can't wait to have all this car back together looking like it should. This will live most of its life as a model, unfortunately, but I will be taking out at least once or twice, I hope, if it all works. So that will be a future video of course, but for the time being I basically just want to go through all of this, make sure the car is built how it should be built as a display model, and then we'll take it the step after that and get on the road and see how this thing actually performs. Obviously once it's been out a few times and kind of got the feel for it, and if it's actually going to be something worth progressing with, I might upgrade the gearbox. You can get the 2-speed gearbox, it only comes with 1 speed for some reason. I don't know why they put 1 speed in, maybe it's less chance of damage I guess, but definitely wouldn't mind the 2-speed gearbox. I think that gives it about 37-38 mile an hour. I think it's about 30 as it sits right now. I'm sure I read on forums years ago there's loads of modifications you can do. I think you can swap the engines out. There's definitely other gearboxes out there. I think they're quite expensive, but there's other options to get more performance out of this car. You can upgrade parts of the suspension of course, but I don't know how far I want to take it, but my main goal is to get this car looking the best it possibly can before I go out and potentially damage it. So happy to have one of these. I've wanted one of these for so many years and they just don't come up that often, especially in this condition. This is a car that's not actually been ran on the road, which is quite rare. You can buy this kit brand new. Since last summer I've been looking and I've yet to find it actually in stock. I've contacted them directly, they just keep saying there's some on the way. They've been saying that since September, October at least. So yeah, the chance of these coming up for that value is quite rare. It's in really good condition, and I know we had an issue with this being broke, but we have a spare, and this bit being broke on the other side, which I don't know if you can see, but basically this actually clips into the top of here, so it actually holds it up, so you can't even see the brake. So that isn't too bad of an issue. So I've had the glow start on charge for a bit of time, just to give it some juice. I just want to see if the plug works and if the igniter works itself. So, and do we have, yep, so that's okay. Thought we'll try the servos, make sure they work okay. We have power and we have power. So throttle and brake seem okay. So we have steering and throttle and brake, so that is all good. And I think on that note guys, we need to end this one here. There's not much more I can do tonight. I've kind of introduced it to the channel. You guys are aware of it now. It will be on the channel once more. So like always, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I'll see you in the next one.